Okay, world. So, this seems like enough procrastination, I guess. Hello, world, and greetings from Ukraine. I'll try to record this video in a different language since speaking the wrong language is becoming somewhat dangerous in Ukraine. Anyway, my message in this recording is primarily to folks in the West, from Norway to Italy to the United States. And my message is that you are in the state of war. Yes, Ukrainians do serve as military personnel, as I've been saying in my other video. But this is already your war with Russia. Realize it, accept it, and live with it. Because when I read on Twitter how one side of the debate in the United States says that, we have given away billions of dollars to Ukrainians only in order for it all to come to a stalemate. So we should stop it because we have our domestic issues, blah, blah, blah. Well, I am not here to beg for your money. Well, there's already enough Ukrainians doing exactly that after we sold so much of our own arms in the previous 30 years. But in this debate, which I've mentioned, you miss one crucial point. If you stop providing support to Ukrainian military personnel, it effectively amounts to your canceling your military budget in the middle of your war. So this is my first point. Sorry to break it to you. You are in a state of war with Russia. Whether you like it or not, you in the West, as I've said, from Sweden to Montenegro to the United States, you are in a state of war with Russia. My second point is that your minds are the battlefield. This is already commonplace between scholars that modern war is largely cognitive warfare. I'll post a link below this video to an article dating from 2021 that I've read the other day. An article published in a NATO review journal. So it speaks about cognitive warfare and what it means. But here, I'll boil it down to the question, what does it essentially mean in the end that, your minds are the battlefield, cognitive warfare, blah, blah? Well, I'll put it this way. This is a war in which this is a war of which side makes better sense of what's going on, of what's actually going on. This is a war of which side retains the ability to make better judgment of what's actually going on. And importantly, from a Darwinist, if you like, evolutionary point of view, it's a war of different projects for the future of the humankind. Yes, just like that. That's why I'm talking to all of you guys in the West. This is a war of different projects for the future of humankind. And eventually, that means that those who are more sane will win. Those who possess a worldview which is closer to reality, which is more grounded in reality, those will be the winners. And this, in my view, both indicates the way to a victory and the criterion for defining what constitutes a victory. Well, retaining your sanity does amidst of it all. And reaffirming your grip of reality constitutes a victory in this war, in this type of war. Although, here I have to make another very general point, since it is my belief that in theory any war is the ultimate way of affirming or restoring touch with reality. And by that I mean that a conflict of interests becomes war when either side or both have lost enough of contact with reality so that they can no longer channel their aggression into securing their interests without killing. So here comes a huge topic for discussion, namely, where did we in the West lose this grip of reality so that this war is happening? Well, my answer, which I will probably elaborate in further videos, my answer is that as a civilization, we, the West, are undergoing what I would call a crisis of unconditionality. Or another way to say it is a crisis of religion, meaning religion in the broadest sense imaginable. Or yet another way to put it would be, this is a crisis of attempting to quantify every bit of the world while losing this simple truth that the life cannot be totally quantifiable. And it certainly has a lot to do with the word objectification. So I've already, by the way, used a lot of terms that one of my favorite authors, Mark Manson, uses a lot, and I am actually drawing a lot from what I read of him, and will be relying on some of his ideas in my further videos as I talk about my understanding of this crisis that the Western world is in, this, as I've said, crisis of unconditionality, and how it led us to this present point and what's awaiting ahead. So, well, I think it's enough for today. Thank you once you've listened up to this point, and I'll make another attempt to talk about the crisis in detail, hopefully within a matter of a week or two. Well, stay tuned and take care. Greetings from Ukraine.